Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading. And our card is from the Tarot of the Abyss deck. And it is the Lovers. Okay, let's see what we have going on here tonight. So, immediately, I see a cat. We have the face here. You can see the eyes and maybe the nose and the mouth, the ears up here. Okay, and now here's the body with the little arm. We have an X right here. Interesting. It actually looks like, if you turn it this way, it looks like the Tao. Or Ankh. No, not the Tao. The Ankh, right? So life, right? The symbol of life, the cross of life. I also see in here we have a dervish. And above the dervish are two people you can see here. Okay, the dervish is a Sufi practitioner in the whirling in a ecstatic dance, an expression of poetry and movement and agape, the channel of love of the divine unto the practitioner and the practitioner unto the divine. A sacred bond, the most sacred bond. So, this is a time of really, I feel, being greatly invigorated by kind of that warmth of the cosmos, right? Almost kind of the feeling of the halo surrounding your head, the vision, the softness of this kind of divine act of love, okay? And I feel like you are in a place of, I don't know, I was going to say enchantment, maybe. A little bit, maybe. But we have the cat, okay? So I do believe that this is a time of being in this place of abundant sensation, of impression, being very keen-eyed, right? Your eyes are wide open. You are seeing the very subtle details all the way on up. And I feel that you are very connected with these streams of patterns and synchronicities and very much in a place of flow and deep magic. I mean, really. And I feel like this is kind of, these moments in your life are what you live for. Of course, you live for other things probably as well, but when you get into these places of great inspiration, of just feeling like you are swimming in the golden waters, a king, a queen, some elevated being swimming through these most blessed waters, almost as a fool, carefree, in that place of kind of enchantment, right? Information and abstracts and symbols and dwelling in that unconscious place, so freely picking up, handfuls, cups of water, bathing in them, drinking them. The spiritual and emotional sustenance is there. You are full, or nearly so. Okay, let's see. We will turn this. Okay. So, we do have a person up here with a flag. And it feels like almost a writhing. And I kind of almost get this feeling of we have this cute little heart right there. You can see it. This little heart, a person kind of running, their little scarf is in the wind. We have a person like kind of, it looks like flying through the air with their arm out. And I see this, and I see the person up here that it looks like moving in these different positions, and it feels like a writhing, and I feel like immediately I'm like, okay, so it's like in a situation where you have to kind of wave the white flag and say, I was wrong, or I did something I shouldn't have, or I concede to whatever. And it's hard. It's just maybe one of the hardest things for you to do. But you're working on it, right? And I think that this is it. There is an evolution of self through employing these different aspects of the archetypes, right? And I feel like you, at this age, becoming an expanded being able to activate different parts of yourself that maybe once felt impossible. But I think that you've put a lot of emphasis on your self-work, on your processing of things, on your integration and shadow work and the different strands of interior work that we all are kind of so lucky to do, right? Or at least hopefully some of us. And I feel like this is really, it's opening up your ability to communicate. Okay, and then we have two people and they're talking. You can see them right there. I feel like maybe for the first time in your life, you are in a friendship, maybe a relationship, a union of some kind, where you are willing to go into these uncomfortable places of sometimes being wrong, sometimes not getting what you want, sometimes, putting yourself out to accommodate somebody else, and not withdrawing as it feels kind of natural. I feel like maybe, this is a real want for a truly authentic connection with another being. And I, not to say that you haven't had connections with others, but I feel like, you know, sometimes it's been pretty difficult. Sometimes it's almost like you're just going through the motions of what you think it should be like how other people or depictions of other kinds of relationships that you've seen. This feels like what people do, you know. I'm just kind of going through the motions here, but it's kind of, it seems like it is working out, and it seems like, you know, it's believable. I even believe it to some degree, and we all do this, right? We've all done this. But I think at some point you start to think, this is not very fulfilling living this way. And so I must find a way to bring out this interior part of myself, which is probably a very intricate and built up, your interior life, your spiritual world, your creative world, your fantasy world, the things that you are passionate about, what you are like when nobody else is around. But I think that you found it difficult to be that with others, even your most beloved ones. But I think it's changing here. I think that the door is open and you are pushing it further open, right? It's creaking. It's going slow, which is okay. It's actually probably the best thing. But I think that this is a time. This is the time in your life where it feels different. It feels like a holy sacrament in some ways. This work is the key. It is the thing that begins the journey into this doorway. This place of sacred connection. Of a divine union. The togethering of opposites. And this is a profound period of your life, and it can be applied to physical, manifest, corporeal relationships, but maybe not. This might be the work of the anima, the animus. The beloved, the interior beloved. Making that oath with the divine to do the work. The work of a holy person, of a awoken person, an initiated person. And so now you come into the fold. It's not easy. But here you are. The potential is so expansive here. You could do anything. Your vision grows from this small place in this universe as to become the universe itself. And we catch that in glimpses. This is the resuscitation of that sacred heart. This is the work of substance, and you are here. You are here. You've been brave. Okay, let's take a look over here. This love, illumination. We have the fish in the emotional waters down here. There's been anxiety, not enough rest lately. A need for restorative sleep. You must get back on track. I'm gonna mommy here for a second. It is important to your health. But not only that, it's important to your work. Your work in the mundane world, your spiritual work, and so on. We need to sleep. Get a good amount of sleep. Now we have a pigeon. We have a pigeon. We have some koi. We have the fish. And I feel, we have the homing. This is going to be a message. This is not usually, almost always the messages are from the divine. No, this is a message in the physical world space, okay? It doesn't have to be like a letter, but it could be, digital text, whatever. This is from somebody who is in a physical body. It does. It looks like good news. And I think that this is probably something financial. But it could be emotional. The abundance, though. I usually see the fish as being something you're bringing in material wealth of some kind or an abundance of, right? This is a good time, really being invested in whatever work it is that you do, but within reason, right? Because there is that issue of it feels like you're almost kind of getting burnt out. So there needs to be a balance. That's important. And in that balance, and this is the thing, if you've ever worked for yourself or you've worked a job that is that you have some amount of latitude or you're in sales or what, it depends. Your income really depends on how much you work, right? And how well you work as well. But I think that sometimes we have the instinct to just keep pushing through, keep working as much as we can because at least something is better than nothing. But sometimes it's a vicious cycle. You have to rest so that the quality is there. So that you are, in your peak cognitive state. And so I think, yes, it is important for you to find a way to balance your time, right? And make sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay, let's see. We have the Mystique of Magdalene, and these are from Cheryl Rose. I'm just going to stop where it feels right. Okay, and it says 16, hope and illumination. Hold the light. Hold the light. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you. And thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such a honor and pleasure. And, just kind of fun too, to be able to bring these messages to you. And I love doing these, the bonus readings. They're a little less formal. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like I can get into kind of deeper details about some of the more esoteric things that I love to talk about. Yes, thank you for sharing your time with me. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I'd love to hear from you. All right, so I will say good night. Take care of yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll talk in a few days.